centimeter giant at the net, but he will also play defense in the backcourt because of how proficient Pedro Solberg is at the net.
Well, this is an interesting start to this match, Dane, because Brazil won the toss and opted to choose to serve, showing their confidence in their blocking and their attacking. First point down, and it's Evandro that powers it down the middle.
Well, you bring up a very important point, Nick. The reason that they opted to serve, they actually picked the side. You have your choice, serve side or receive. They've chosen to take this side because it's the good side, the strong side. The wind is in their face, and it makes their serve more effective.
Oh, and this time it's Pedro Solberg at the net to take the Brazilians too clear. As the former Olympic champ has pointed out, taking full advantage of the wind. They're playing into the wind. Dane believes that's an advantage for the Brazilians. Well, if it's not clear to see, both with the power of their play and the psyche of this Brazilian team, well, nobody would know. Great start for Brazil. That's just a little too powerful, a little too courageous, perhaps, from Evandro.
There's going to be a few things that we want to keep our eye on. We know how effective Brazil is at the net. Can they win the blocking battle? But also, they're a very tough serving team. If they can step up their game serving, that will give them even more of an advantage. Can this Polish team match them both at the net and at the service line?
Oh, the referee gives that point to the Brazilians. Was that a touch of the net? Both the young Polish players.
No, there's one, there's the second contact, and then the third. You cannot hit the ball 2 times in a row, so the ball ends up striking Losiak twice, and the violation is called immediately. So that will account for another stuff block for Pedro.
Pedro Solberg serves. It's a real test for the young Polish players in the early exchanges here. Evandro sets for Pedro Solberg. Lovely little poke ball. Great dig from Losiak, who looks to finish it. Oh, but again, that is what 6'11" does and how it helps you. But is there a violation of the net? Quite possibly there is. It's the point for Poland.
Yeah, here it is. A beautiful layout dig by Losiak. And look at Evandro. He's hungry. He pushes too far over the net. A net violation on Brazil. Point for Poland.
The Polish number 1, Kantor with service. Again, just 23 years of age. 1m98 or 6'6". Serves it to Evandro. Evandro is now on the attack for Brazil. Off the fingertips of Kantor. He can't hold it or contain the ball. Brazil take the lead by 2.
You can just tell how steady this Brazilian team is. There's not a lot of weaknesses. So in order for Poland to end up winning this, they have to exploit every opportunity they get because they are so few and far between.
The last serve for Brazil into the wind will side switch after this point. Remember, side switch at every 7. Kantor now up against Pedro Solberg. Oh, good shot from Bartosz Losiak. Side switch, and Poland narrow the gap to just 1. Good play from the youngsters.
A definitive side out by Losiak right there. Remember, he's a very cool and collected character. He doesn't show a lot of emotion. This Polish team is very much about business. You're not going to see a lot of yelling at one another. You're not going to see a lot of celebrating. They just try to take care of 1 point at a time.
Pedro Solberg. Oh, very skillful, cheeky little shot there.
He comes in looking like he's going to hit. Kantor has a perfect block set up if the hit comes, but instead it's a poke shot over the block.
Brazil too clear. Pedro Solgardo or Solberg with service. Here's Kantor on the attack. That's a good shot. They're not going to give this up without a fight, Poland. No matter what the outcome, it's a PB for this Polish duo. But they want that PB to be gold, not silver. And they're giving it to the Brazilians here. Trailing by 1. It's Kantor with service. 4-5. Oh, it's an ace serve to level the scores right down the middle of the Brazilians. split second of indecision, and Poland take the point.
This serve just has too much on it. Kantor puts it in a perfect position with all sorts of velocity, and the Brazilians just can't seem to see it coming.
And he's gone for a second one. 2 out of 2 from Kantor. Back-to-back aces for Poland. They take the lead for the first time in this gold medal match.
They've come out really steady. They're not flinching. It's as if they don't think this Brazilian team is any better than they are. They are treating them as equals, and they are putting them to a test.
Now here's Evandro attacking at the net. Oh, what a dig from Losiak, but court's too small. You have to get into the crowd to receive that one.
Look at Losiak. He doesn't flinch. He's down low. He's on his toes. He gets the ball up. He's just unable to control it because of the high velocity in that hit by Evandro.
All square at 6 apiece. Evandro with service for Brazil. 24-year-old from Rio de Janeiro. Powerful serve. Ooh, and that little cheeky tip ball doesn't work for Poland. Brazil take the lead back at 7-6.
We don't see a lot of unforced errors from this Polish team. In the semifinals, they played stellar defense. They played great on offense. They didn't give away any points. You don't see that often. Very uncharacteristic.
Evandro with service once again. Big, powerful jump serve. That's a much better play from Poland. Ooh, almost with the side out. Evandro now on the attack.
Oh my goodness, these players are absolutely teeing off at one another. Remember, this is an experiment on the Brazilian side. 6'11" Evandro digs the ball perfectly in the backcourt, and then he unleashes cross-court at Losiak and gives him a little bit of his own medicine, but Losiak cannot handle it. So I love it. None of these players are holding back. They're laying it all on the line here in this gold medal final.
Brazil now 2 clear. This is a good service run from Evandro. Oh, good shot from Losiak.
Losiak has such good court vision. Seeing the alley is open. Pedro not happy with himself because he didn't close that gap. But Losiak playing as he is a top player in the world, getting his career best here in Stavanger.
He's serving. Oh, well, commitment, aggressive, not quite on target. 2 clear now, Brazil 9-7. Pedro Solberg with service. Floats the ball deep into the Polish court. Kantor now on the attack. Oh, and there's the block. That's going to be the difficult part of the attack for the Polish duo. Look at Evandro here. He has this magical ability to hang in the air until the shot is made.
He jumps well. He's so athletic, and being 211 centimeters, he gets so far over the net.
3 clear now. Brazil! Oh, that is the perfectly timed ace from Pedro Solberg. 11-7.
So the first ace we're seeing from the Brazilian duo, and it's interesting, it's not a topspin power serve, it was a float serve short that caught Poland off guard.
Losiak
too tight.
Kantor. Oh, and again, the big man is just waiting and watching for a mistake like that from Poland.
You have to be very particular where you set the ball, especially with Evandro at the net. If you put it too close, he is going to eat it up and throw it right back on your side.
Here's the set for Pedro Solberg. Oh, now 13-7. Well, I was about to say maybe they should call a timeout here, but it'll be the technical timeout in the next point. But this is a fast point run for Brazil, racking them up at a rapid pace.
Well, Brazil, Evandro and Pedro, they can strike like lightning very quick. You blink your eye and all of a sudden they have a 5-point edge. And they are pushing, and now they miss the serve. And fortunately for Poland, they can get a little momentum switch as they take the technical timeout, as we always do at the culmination of 21 points. So the players get a little rest on the sideline, but a lot of fireworks right here early on in this first set, and that's what you want to see. But look at that run of points right there. 5 of the last 7 points going to the Brazilian duo. Like I said, they turn it on. If you blink your eye and aren't ready, all of a sudden you find yourself down 13-8.
Well, these two young Polish players need to try and keep their head, need to stay calm and cool, almost mesmerized by the speed of play from the Brazilians in the early exchanges there. But they were incredibly calm in their semi and quarter-final matches, and they just need to do the same. Mature heads on young shoulders for the Polish duo. Both of the players just at 23 years of age, in comparison to Pedro Solberg, 29 years of age, and over 125 tournaments under his belt. And that's what the Brazilians will be drawing on, the experience of their number 2, Pedro Solberg. Well, the referee, Giovanni Bake from South Africa, blows the whistle for play after technical timeout. Poland with service, but trailing by 5. Trailing by 6. Great shot again from Evandro.
Evandro showing he doesn't want to shoot the ball. He wants to bring the noise every time. He's going right at Losiak. He's not trying to go around him. What he's trying to do is absolutely overpower the Poland team.
Not effective with the jump serve. He's furious with himself, Evandro. It's a good opportunity now for Poland to try and claw some of those points back. Bartosz Losiak, the number 2 in the red cap for Poland, had a really good service run in the semi. He needs another one here now in the final. Good serve, right to Pedro Solberg. And there's the point. Nice work at the net from Kantor.
Kantor, a great blocker in his own right. He loves to go really low, and then look at his vertical leap, getting the very high shot, throwing it back. Pedro Salgado, or shall I say Pedro Solberg, not happy with himself on that offensive attack.
Losiak with service once again, and again Pedro Solberg struggles a little. Oh! Can we keep the ball up here? Great play from Poland, just puts it over. Evandro now sets, no, set comes from Pedro Solberg. Evandro on the attack, another good dig from Kantor, but not quite there.
If you notice, Poland was a little bit out of position because Losiak ends up at the net as a blocker. We haven't seen that. Kantor in the backcourt playing the defender. He's the traditional blocker. He can't handle that.
Here's Pedro Solberg with service for Brazil. 5 clear now. Kantor up high at the net, gets the better of the duel with Evandro.
I love what they did right there. They set a low set inside so that they made Evandro move really quick laterally. He wasn't set up for a good block, and Poland ends up getting the point. Great strategy by Poland.
They haven't run out of ideas yet, this young Polish duo. Here's Kantor with service. Oh, drills that one into Evandro. Evandro will look for revenge here. Oh! Unlucky with the block there, Kantor. Not quite getting the direction. But he's there, he's there.
Evandro is going head-on right with both players. He's challenging not only the block, but the defender in the backcourt, Losiak. He does not care. He's trying to win this on power alone.
Evandro it is with a powerful jump serve. Losiak up at the net, good tip ball, just too far in front of Evandro for the tall man to save it. Side switch, 12-16. Poland need to find 4 points, and they need to find them in quick succession.
It's going to be difficult because Brazil now switching sides to the good side with their wind, the wind in their face. It'll be interesting how Poland responds. They need to start it off nice with this serve.
Good service from Losiak. Pedro Solberg sets for Evandro. Oh, and sees the gap. Puts it right down the alley. That's a clever shot from Evandro, showing that it's not all about power, Dane.
Well, that's the first time he's let off the gas a little bit. I think That's how you want to play as a player. You want to establish yourself with the power. That sets the defense on their heels. Then that opens up that nice finesse shot.
Kantor. Oh, was there a touch there? Yes, there was. That's a very important side out for the Polish duo. 4 behind, 13-17.
Smart by Kantor, seeing that the block is trying in the angle, he goes down the line and it's successful.
Remember, it's the first team to 21, but they must win by 2 clear points. Kantor with a big serve. Pedro Solberg does well to keep the ball alive from that massive serve and finish it off after the set from Evandro.
Yeah, I don't know if the answer for Poland is to continue serving Evandro right now, because he is putting a lot of pressure. He has a full head of steam every time he's coming in. Maybe they should try to test Pedro more often.
There's Evandro with service for Brazil, 5 clear of Poland. And goes for, oh, what a time in the first set to put down an ace. Everybody expecting the big power jump serve, and he just floats it low to the front of the net and court. Oh, beautiful.
Everybody's so afraid of the power of Evandro, and sometimes you get caught on your heels waiting for that high velocity hit. He takes a little off and it's effective. It's like a change-up in baseball.
He's gone for it again. Oh, this time he punts the power down and gives Brazil set ball. Already their fans are celebrating in the crowd. Set point now for Evandro and Pedro Solberg. Oh. Well, it's time to say goodbye to the Caribbean Princess. It's moving. I'm sure half the crew and the passengers would love to see the rest of this match. Can Brazil put the first set away? And they do! 21-13, right on cue as the cruise ship moves across centre court and out of the harbour. Brazil take the first set, 21-13.
You know, Brazil stepped it up in every single category right there. Not only did they have a couple of aces at the end, but they also had a few blocks, and Evandro and Pedro are sharing the responsibilities as, like you said, the best seat in the house on top of the Caribbean Princess.
It's about to leave. I'm not sure they'll be here for the medal ceremony. I love it the way that they play the love note every time the cruise ship goes by. Let's take a look at the stats, Dave, of the first set, comfortably going Brazil's way.
Yeah, look at attacks, 12 attacks as opposed to 6. They won the blocking category, they won in the ace category, and they put the pressure on them all the way around. For this Polish team to rebound, they're just gonna have to play more consistent, get rid of the unforced errors, and step up their game. Remember, this is a big tournament for Poland. 25th seed in the final. They have a lot to be proud of, but they would be much more proud of putting a gold medal around their neck.
Here we go with set 2.
For Brazil.
Evandro with service. And that's a little too deep. 1 point or side out for Poland. Now, remember, Poland must win this second set to stay in the match. This time, service with Kantor. That too is a misplaced serve.
They need to put more pressure, and they're trying to, but they just maybe don't have anything left to give the Brazilians right now. The Brazilians look a lot fresher, they look a lot more confident.
Oh, that's better play for Poland, and good play from Piotr Kantor, just 23 years of age. Level the scores. His teammate Losiak will pick up the service in the right position at the net there.
And he basically saves the point right there, Kantor, because of the earlier mistake.
Losiak now, service. Oh, another service error. That's the second service error in succession for Poland.
Yeah, I understand what they're doing. They're trying to create something on their side of the net, really make something happen, take Brazil a little bit out of their game. Because you know when Brazil gets a good pass, they're so dangerous. So I don't fault Poland for really going for it from that back line.
Evandro with service for Brazil. Here's the set from Kantor. Losiak spikes it down. Good side out for Poland to keep the scores tied at 3-all.
Losiak, a very steady player. Look at him get up, extend, put the ball away. Remember, he's only 6'3", so he's the shortest player out on the court.
Pedro Solberg. Oh, that's a great save from Losiak. Oh, but Evandro's got him at the net again. Beautiful block.
Check out Evandro. Anytime you're hitting a ball with the ball coming from the back line, you don't have vision. Losiak can't see where Evandro is, and he just hits blindly, and Evandro makes him pay.
Side switch. This is Pedro Solberg now playing into the wind. And it was from this side of the court where Brazil had so much success at such a rapid rate in the first set. Poland must watch that it doesn't happen again in the second. Kantor. Oh, pushes it wide. The ball is out. 5-3 Brazil. Too clear. Almost like a repeat of the first set. I hope it doesn't happen again.
And the reason that ball is hit out is he's trying to avoid the block of Evandro. So Evandro doesn't get the block in the stat category, but that hit out of bounds was a direct result of Evandro's big block.
Pedro Solberg with service once again for Brazil. The set. Kantor.
Net violation. Kantor, seeing him talk to himself, he's not happy about it, and I think they want to stop the momentum and call a timeout before this thing gets out of hand.
You called it, Dane. Spot on. 6-3 now. Brazil against Poland. Polish team are allowed to call one timeout in each set, and it's often called when the opposing team starts to get a momentum, starts to run away with very quick point scoring. That's just happened. See on the screen, 1, 2, 3 dark notches on the graphic. That tells us 3 points that came in under a minute, Dane, and no choice for Poland. But what do they say to each other now they've called that timeout?
Well, we've seen them in timeout situations, and they don't talk to each other that often. Every team has a different style. They kind of take it upon themselves. There's the little one handshake, and they're back to business. As I said, I've never seen a team go about business so stoically. There's no ups and downs, no peaks and valleys, as I call it. They don't get down on one another. There's no crazy extra celebration. They just have a nice, even keel about them, and it's surprising because they're so young.
Good words. Now, let's see if they can pick up this match here. Oh, that's another mistake that allows the Brazilians to draw 4 clear. And it's 4 points in succession for the server, Pedro Solberg.
Well, a really nice set by Losiak, but the Brazilians are somewhat picking on Kantor right now, and he has not figured out a solution.
Kantor. Oh, he's again caught out of position. But a little bit of lady luck for Poland this time.
Well, what he was going to do, Kantor was supposed to do a back set. He goes to go back, but the set's in front, so he has to readjust, and it works for the Poles' advantage. So they'll take any time of a break that they can get.
Losiak with a serve. Bortos Losiak, 23 years of age. Here's Pedro Solberg. Oh, look at that. That snap of the hand and arm really does catch the Polish off guard.
I mentioned earlier, why didn't they go to Pedro? And that's the reason why. He's got a rifle of an arm, and he makes Poland pay immediately.
Brazil with service 8-4. Evandro not quite got that jump serve where he wants it. Struggling just a little in this second set. But not to worry, they're 3 clear and have already won the first set. 21-13. The pressure is on these gentlemen in the red shirts, and this is the number 2. I should say Kantor has gone to the back of the court to take service, number 1. Too deep. Those are the kind of errors that will put pay to their chances of a gold medal. It's a side switch.
One thing I notice about Pedro, he's hungry. He's got focus in his eyes. Back in 2008, when he was playing with Harley from Brazil, they just came up slightly short of being one of the top 2 Brazilians to go to Beijing. He's never been to the Olympics, and he's hungrier than ever to make it happen.
Oh, Evandro with another monster block at the net. 5 clear now, Dane.
And the chances for Pedro to book his ticket to the Olympics get better and better as you see his youngster partner, Evandro, just own the net in each and every match.
Another superb service run from Pedro Solberg. This time a good set for Kantor allows him to read the position of the opposing team and find a good shot.
Good shot by Kantor, but miscommunication. Pedro told Evandro after that play, you were supposed to block the line, and you didn't.
Losiak with service for Poland. Evandro sets it up for Pedro Solberg. Again, very fast, dynamic, powerful, and Poland have no answer for that shot.
They really don't. That rifle of an arm by Pedro comes in. Look at the big double arm lift. You can't fake block on a set that is good as that. And there's that emotion, Evandro yelling to the crowd.
Finally gets the service in, Evandro. Kantor now attacking at the net and wipes the ball off the hands of Pedro Solberg. Pull a valuable point back for Poland.
Kantor up big, using the block of Pedro. Notice Pedro blocks halftime, Evandro blocks halftime. On the Poland side, it's Kantor who's at the net almost all the time.
Oh, showing that it's not always power. Pedro Solberg, 12-7, still 5 clear. Trading side outs here, but Brazil have built the advantage from the early part of the second set. Pedro Solberg with service for Brazil. And the ball is just a little long.
Just long, but notice how Brazil is giving Poland so many different looks. They're doing the traditional topspin jump serve, the float serve, and remember Evandro with that little short float serve as well.
Oh, another service error. 21 points, technical timeout. A breather for the young Polish players. There's no question they need it more than the Brazilians. They've come the long way to this final, playing 2 more matches than the Brazilians have had to play, coming through the qualifying rounds. And you can see a look of confidence about the Brazilian duo here. Evandro on the right, closest to your set, and on the far left is Pedro Solberg, the experienced 29-year-old from Rio, with his new young partner, Evandro, just 24 years of age. This is only their 3rd FIVB World Tour tournament together. We saw them pretty impressive in the Moscow Grand Slam, where they took the silver medal. Surprise victory for the Spanish team there. But they are right on track to add their first major to their ever-increasing list of victories and wins, because Poland really do need to find some kind of magic to stop the Brazilians.
Yeah, you begin to wonder if the luck has run out on the weekend for Poland, since they began playing on Wednesday in that qualifier. They had a couple of extra matches just to get into the main draw, whereas the number 7 seeded Brazilian duo already in the main draw, having a little more rest, and they just seem a little bit sharper here in the gold medal final.
Evandro's finally got his serve where he wants it. Oh, and that ball is good. It is good, right on the line. Taking full advantage of the technical timeout. So important for Poland to find a good run of point scoring now. Kantor's at the back of the net with the ball, ready to serve, eager to get on with it, understandably so. Oh, no.
So many missed serves by Poland, so many unforced errors right now, and that makes it more difficult for them when they have point scoring opportunities. You really have to force the other opportunities because you're giving up so many free points.
Also keeping the Brazilian confidence at an all-time high. Here's Kantor up at the net.
Just like that.
No touch at all from Evandro. Way too far and powerful from the Polish attack. And once again, Brazil looking comfortable. 6 points clear. Pedro Solberg with service. Oh, it's now all starting to fall into the laps of the Brazilians. 16-9, and here's another one of those quick point score runs from Brazil, and again it's Pedro Solberg with the service.
Like I said, as soon as you blink your eye, they all of a sudden have a 7-point lead. They're 5 points away from their first major series victory.
Oh! Goes to Poland. Very important that Poland try and find something here.
Looks like a nice dig by Pedro, and then Evandro comes. He thinks it's going to go over on Poland's side, but it doesn't. It falls on Brazil's side. So fortunately for Poland, can they get something going now?
I'd say this is their last chance.
So consistent, so consistent. The Brazilians just don't want to give up any points. Look at this nice set in a perfect zone for Pedro Solberg to come in and absolutely crush it cross court.
Well, playing like this, you would like to predict that this could be one of the two teams that Brazil will send to the Olympic Games when they host the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio. Oh, that's a good shot. And I'd like to see Poland really try and take this to the wire, fight every point to the end. Remember, they've lost the first set.
Really solid roll shot. The Brazilians have honed in on their strategy. They're going to Peter Kantor every single time. It's got to be frustrating for him receiving so many serves and seeing nowhere to go across the net.
Kantor with service to Evandro. Here he comes again, Evandro. Oh, good block from Kantor. And Evandro trying his best to keep the ball up, but no such luck. 12-17, Poland still trailing by 5. It's the first time the two 23-year-old Polish players have been in a major final, in any final on the FIVB World Tour. I want them to be out there as long as they can. Dane, if nothing else, to learn from the experience.
Yeah, gain the experience. Uncharted waters. Their best finish was a third in Sao Paulo in 2014. Now they find themselves in a final. This will do huge things for their confidence, win or lose.
Oh, spectacular shot from Evandro. Once again, the Brazilians are 6 clear, 18-12.
Look at that set, right in the wheelhouse of Evandro. Not a lot you can do to stop a guy 6'11" who's jumping so high.
Pedro Solberg with service here. Now Losiak at the net with Evandro. You remember that shot? The first time he's come out the better of the two dueling here.
Really nice shot right there. Expecting the block, maybe a joust, but he finds an alley right down the line.
Bartosz Losiak with service for Poland. Still 5 behind Brazil. And they need to win this second set to stay in the match and take it to 3. Oh, Pedro Solberg. Again now, confidence is at an all-time high. Couple of side outs, and this gold medal is Brazil's. Their first of the 2015 season, their first as a new team.
And they've really earned it. They've played at such a high level the entire time. For them, this is going to be very important in terms of points. And
oh, well, he's had his ups and downs with that serve, Evandro, but when he gets it right, it's quite spectacular. Match point for Brazil. Match points for Evandro and Pedro Solberg here in Stavanger, Norway. see if Evandro can seal it with his serve. Well, wanting to put a nice show on for the crowd here. Trying to finish it with another ace.
Well, remember, both Evandro and Pedro have won before with different partners. Never have they won together. This only their third tournament together. Can they do it now?
Here's Kantor with service. Oh, he puts it into the net. It's all over. And it is Brazil that take the Swatch Beach Volleyball Major Series here in Stavanger, Norway. 2-0. Excellent play. And you may have just been watching Brazil's new top team.